what's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Bullets, Barbells, and Barbecue Podcast. I'm your host, Brett. I got Chris, the artist, formerly known as Heavy C. I got multiple injuries, Matt, and I got Tanner the Head. We got our show partners, Elite Nutrition. Check them out at EliteNutritionOmaha.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off. Go to the store in Omaha or Lincoln and yell B3.
Get a free shaker.
And you can check out our short on Tanner Cybertruck rides if you're looking into those. We got a lot of views right now, so
pretty popular.
Also check out.
Oh, he's definitely popular.
Hey, are you guys doing any Black Friday specials? Because at the store, what are you guys doing?
We got a merch specials. Going to give out shirts, shakers, have some in-store deals.
Are you guys regular hours on Black Friday?
Yeah, regular hours. We do. One cool thing we're doing is Jordy Ball signing 2 softballs for each store that we're going to give away.
And she is.
You don't know who Jordy Ball is?
Does anyone else at the table know who that is?
I don't follow women's softball. I'm sorry.
Jordy Ball, she was from Omaha, went to Oklahoma, won 2 national titles, player of the year down there, and then she transferred back to Nebraska last year. She got injured like the second pitch, but if she's...
Does she listen to the podcast?
I don't know if she does or not. I did have someone who messaged me. It's like, "Are you on this every week?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I was getting some Thanksgiving ideas."
Nice. That's good. That was a good episode.
Yeah. But she'll be the Caitlin Clark of softball if she takes off this year. Like she's fucking legit. Like people, like girls around here for softball, like she's the real deal.
That's cool. And you guys, but what are your hours going to be Black Friday?
10 to 7.
All right. There you go. We have Rosewood Block to make the best cutting boards and barbecue. Check them out at rosewoodblock.com. Use code B3 at checkout for 10% off there.
I forgot. And we're also giving away 2 Ninja Creamies.
Ooh. Really?
Yep.
Is that a sex act?
That's what happens after the Cybertruck ride. You get a Ninja Creamy.
Oh, Jesus. But no, it's like the Ninja ice cream maker that you can put protein in. Oh. Yeah, that orange.
Why don't you guys use it at the store and sell protein shakes? That way if somebody wants one. Sample your protein, fucking bam.
No.
Why?
Because that's food handler permit. That's us cleaning.
Is it a food handler's permit for that? If you're just going right from machine to a cup, that's if you file for the permit. What you do is you fly under the radar. Permits are a suggestion.
Are they?
Would you like this?
Here's what you do.
Would you like this cup?
Sell the cup.
This cup is $4, and it comes.
I don't want to have
smoothie.
to clean the fucking thing and have to change flavors. Fuck that.
You don't have to clean it. I haven't washed this glass in years.
Yeah, $10 for a fucking creamy for this cup.
Listen, people are going to be thirsty after these Cybertruck rides.
You're going to be thirsty for sure. You're going to want to fucking have that thing fired up. All right, this is our probably our second to last picks, actually. Next week's the last week of regular season.
We got bowl games coming up. You got division playoffs, or you got
not for Nebraska
conference championships. Not for Nebraska.
Well, Tanner was wrong again last week, so I believe actually Chris and I were right last week.
No, I picked Nebraska last week.
No, but I said, what do you really think? And you said Nebraska's going to lose.
Yes, I did really think that, but I didn't want to pick against them.
I know.
You didn't pick against them?
Yes, I did.
Yes, he did pick against them.
I was the only one who 100% did.
No. I thought you gave your... No, didn't you go, well, I think Nebraska's going to win, but they could lose.
No, I said they have the talent to win, but I picked USC.
He did pick USC.
And then Chris did too.
Well, not really.
Yes, he did.
I still picked Nebraska, but
with his heart, he picked Nebraska, but with the intelligence, he picked...
mouth.
I said...
Are we picking...
What I said was, would you be surprised if Nebraska wins this game? And you were like, yeah. And I said, so would I. And that's what the answer was.
No, I wouldn't.
Well, they didn't win, so it wasn't surprising. You're right.
I wouldn't have been surprised if they won.
Well, and like we talked about, Tanner's doubling down this week because if Nebraska loses, he owes me $100.
Let's do this thing.
And if Rule gets fired, you owe Tom $100.
Yep.
Payment in Sacagawea.
He's not going to get fired.
He's not getting fired.
I don't think that's
I know where the money comes from, and they're not paying him $60 or $80 million to leave. Not happening.
Where's the money come from?
Peed. The Peed family.
Piedmontese beef.
Nope. Well,
Nope.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's part of it. And then...
Their books, aren't they a publisher? What's that?
Yeah, they're a publisher too, Sandhills Publishing.
Yeah.
Like, I just
So
don't
how
think...
come, if you know so much, how come your picks
I don't know...
Because I was going to pick sex so bad.
One's business, one's sport. It's fine.
Well, okay. If I would have told you that one team was 8-2 after the Colorado game, and one team was 5-5, everyone here, besides Brett, because he's a bit smarter than us,
I have been right. Thank you.
Would have said that Nebraska's 8-2.
Yeah, most likely. I would agree with that.
Everyone would have.
But hold
Everyone
on.
would have.
You make a joke about me, but did I not tell you last year when we made this bet that Nebraska would not win 7 games this year?
Well, we're not there yet, bitch. So why don't you wait 2?
True.
Okay, and before the season started, I said they go 6-6 and get a bowl game, and I might be wrong on that. But I've
But
been
he's a lot closer than
10-2.
yes.
no, you were 11-1 first.
I was 10-2.
With his heart.
You said you go.
I
I'll
said
put-
10-2.
and you said no. I'll go 11-1.
Oh well, maybe I said that. That's possible. But I did say 10-2 to start the season.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then I said 2 weeks ago that Colorado was going to go 10-2.
they're gay.
You just hate it. You're just hating on Deion because he came in and treated it like an NFL team. He got rid of everybody that wasn't producing and brought people in.
What do you
Here's
think
the
would
thing,
happen if we played them again? I don't
We'd
think
probably beat them again. But
I
wait, what's
don't
going to
think
happen if
so.
they play Alabama? They're going to get crushed.
I think
If they play Georgia, they're going to
Tanner
get
and I had this
crushed.
debate this morning. I said Nebraska should start playing better teams early on so they know what they need to work on.
And I said,
true.
and I said no because of the top 15 teams in the playoff.
But you know
picture.
that rankings don't matter until like fucking week 10 anyway.
Okay, well, it's fucking week 11, so I guess it matters.
Fair.
All right. So, of the top 15 teams, do you know how many of those teams have more than one ranked win?
3.
8. 4 of the teams have 0 ranked wins, and 3 of the teams have 1.
And Alabama's
they're top
played.
15.
Actually, let's look at this. So you said Alabama's won the most against top 25 teams, right? But they have a
won
bad
4.
record.
No, they just have. They're like on the edge of the top 12. I think they might be 12.
Okay. And who do you think Alabama's first games were against?
I don't know.
They had a tough one in their first week or 2, didn't they?
Well, we're going to find out here.
I feel like SEC always has like a tough start.
Okay. Well, some of them do, some of them don't.
Alabama played Wisconsin game 3, played Georgia game 4.
Georgia is a conference game.
I'm just saying, but they played someone
That's
tough.
relatively early in the season, though.
Okay,
Yes.
well, we played Illinois, which was a top 25 team in the 5th week of the season.
What were we ranked?
We played Colorado.
We were 22nd when Illinois was 25th.
We played Colorado the 2nd week of the season. They're ranked 15th. Like, what do you want?
So does that not count as a ranked win?
It doesn't because they weren't
because
ranked
they
when
were
we
ranked
played
at the
them.
time.
Yeah,
That's so dumb. It should count.
it should. I think ranked wins should count at the end.
If you're at the end of the season, if you're ranked, it should count as a ranked win.
Right, because like anyone who beat Florida State early in the year, they got a ranked win and they're 1-9.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that even proves that the rankings are pointless. I'm just saying we should play someone that we know is good. I don't care if it's a Big Ten team.
Well, you knew Colorado was fucking great with Dion, and we beat him. So I don't know.
I
what
told you.
want.
I told you. Colorado played Nebraska. Nebraska beat them, obviously. Colorado, 2 wins early, and they've done nothing but get better since then because they figured out what's wrong.
They threw a Hail Mary against fucking Baylor. Like, it's not like they were just like this incredible
Dude, you
team.
dog. All these teams that win in Nebraska can't fucking win to save their
No,
life.
I'm just saying, like, it's not like they're great. They have 0 top 25 wins. 0.
It doesn't matter.
There's nothing.
The rankings
0.
don't matter. It's going to be who wins the national. Who won the national championship last year?
I don't know.
Michigan.
Oh yeah, there you go.
How many top 25 wins did Michigan have last year?
1,000.
Probably not. I'm just saying.
They beat
I don't
Ohio
think
State, so there's 1,
Yeah, I don't think it fucking really matters how many ranked teams you've beat because
and they beat 1 and they beat 2 in the playoffs.
I'm just saying
so
play
they had
someone.
at least 3.
Play someone you know is
At least
good.
one in the championship.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're ranked or not. Just play someone you know is good early on, so you have the rest of the season to progressively fix it. What does any good playing a bunch of shitty teams to start out and pad your stats?
The same way you have preseason football, you have to get some contact.
Dude,
Live
and your
contact.
starters don't even hardly play preseason football. They play like one fucking series and then they go sit down.
I don't think going from off-season training to playing a really tough game is a smart idea.
I'm really
No
surprised
one did it.
this
Kansas
season
State-
turned out like this because Colorado, that was a big game playing Colorado. Like it was a big game. They have good players. It was a big, huge, like there was a lot of media involved in it. And then Nebraska did perform well that game. I'm just really surprised that they didn't carry over to the rest of the season because obviously they have some really good players on that team and they were able to stop them. So I don't know what happened after that. You know, it just seems like something fell flat somewhere.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. I'm guessing that we can all assume it's the offense as they put a new offensive coordinator in 10 games in.
And I like the offensive coordinator. That I've liked it. Like I said last week, I've liked him for a long time. So
Fullerson?
I'm pretty happy with that pick.
Yeah.
And he's a no nonsense kind of guy. You already know that from the press conferences he's already had.
Yeah.
Why did you come to Nebraska? I was bored. That's pretty funny. That made me laugh when I saw that, and that's what he said his answer was. And then when he talked about how the wide receivers don't block on running plays.
They don't, and Fedoni can't block a fucking shit from coming out of his
But
mouth.
against USC, the receivers blocked really well. He even said it. He was like, that was our best blocking on the outside that I've seen. But that's about effort.
Well, is it the problem with, does somebody need to come in from the outside like this to say, hey, some of these guys shouldn't be starting? I know you develop relationships with them, but they're not good enough to start.
Actually, he talked about that in the press conference I watched on Monday or Tuesday, that sometimes your position coach falls in love with the player. You know, so like if a player comes in and he's a 10, right, and he drops back to a 7, it's hard for you to realize that as a position coach because you're like, I've seen him be a 10. You know what I mean?
I think sometimes players practice well too, and they don't perform well in games. And then some players practice shitty, and then you put them in the game and they play well.
Terrell Farley.
Yeah. So, I mean, same kind of thing. I mean, you got to give somebody a chance. Like, hey, this guy does real well in practice, but he looks like shit on game day. Well, this guy does okay in practice. Let's put him in and give him a shot. You know, sometimes you got to roll the dice, right?
Sometimes it's hard though. Like if they're not performing in practice, it's hard to roll.
I know, but obviously there needs to be a spark somewhere because they look pretty flat and pretty dead now.
Well, I mean, I would be all for playing like Caleb Benning and some of the other younger guys in the defensive backfield. So,
I mean, what do we really have to lose at this point?
Right. Well,
what, another game?
I have $100, but
Yeah. I mean,
Well, I mean, he should have gotten rid of Satterfield.
Tanner,
He should have got rid of
fine.
Satterfield last
You
year.
can grow more.
see, like,
He's 10-12 right now. You're the head coach. You are the overseer of everybody. And you as the head coach, us watching the game can tell you that Fedoni can't fucking block anybody to save his life.
okay, here's the thing. I hate the conversation from last year because we were playing with somebody like. I will tell you that Satterfield has probably never run an option in his life. Satterfield, to me, last year did a pretty good job of trying to figure out what will work and not sticking with just what he did. It was the first time I've seen a Nebraska coach, Callahan, try to make fucking, what the fuck was that guy's name?
the spread.
Yeah, but Joe Daly. Trying to make Joe Daly into NFL quarterback. You know, like every one of our coaches tries to put square peg round hole. And I felt like Satterfield last year was like, he's not a running quarterback guy. And he did that because he had Harburg. You know what I mean? Like, so like last year, I don't know. I don't get it last year. This year, I disagree. Well, I agree because I can call the fucking plays. I know what he's going to run. I can sit there and be like, well, I know where this is going before the freaking snap count. We don't have any motion. We're not moving people. We're not checking defenses. You put motion in to see what kind of defense they're in. We're sitting back there and Raiola doesn't have the reads to know if it's a pre-snap, like cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, man. He doesn't get that because we don't move enough people around. So I get it this year, but last year I felt like he did a decent job working with something he wasn't expecting.
I don't know. They were 5-7 last year.
Okay. That was, by the way, Scott Frost's best record.
I said Scott Frost shouldn't have came here either. He should have went to a different school. And he probably
Okay,
been successful.
then who should we hire as a
I've said who we should have hired this entire time.
Who
Urban
should we
Meyer.
hire right now? Okay.
What are you going to say? Urban Meyer has controversy around him.
No. You just think you
He
can
won
get
at Florida.
You think
he
you can
won
get-
at Ohio
okay.
State.
So, well, then if we can hire anybody, then why aren't we hiring Nick Saban?
I don't think Saban will go anywhere.
think he's done
I think
coaching.
Saban's
I don't
done.
think I don't think fucking Urban Meyer's going anywhere. Urban Meyer would be coaching if he wanted to coach
Why doesn't, same with John. Why doesn't John Gruden coach anymore?
because they don't want to.
Exactly. They
So
don't wanna
like
deal with
Urban
it.
Meyer would be coaching if he wants to coach. You know what Urban Meyer gets to do? Sit on his ass, make millions of dollars, and talk about football for 3 hours a week.
Yeah,
like
but
that's pretty
I'm
fucking
talking
nice job.
When 2 years ago we should have hired him.
He wasn't available. If he's available, you don't think he would have been at Florida or fucking Bama when they replaced Nick Saban?
Saban was still there 2 years ago.
When they replaced Saban last year, you don't think like if Urban Meyer wanted to coach, he would have been like, "Hey, I'm over here. I'll coach."
I don't know. Brett Bielema might have been a better option.
Signetti.
I mean,
No one knew who fucking Kurt Signetti was before this year.
But
Don't
a
even,
guy,
like-
a guy that's been hanging out with fucking Nick Saban for how many years recruiting, and you're going to say he doesn't know? Like that guy has to.
You did not know Kurt Signetti's name before this year.
It doesn't matter. But that's the problem. Whoever your AD is, they
we're-
should know his
I
name.
was going to say we're not
the
in
ADs.
on the pulse.
But
of
well,
football.
you're
You know
really
who I didn't
close
know?
to say don't fucking hire Matt Rule.
You know, I never heard of fucking Matt Rule. I heard he got fired from the NFL.
Yeah, but I mean that I don't think that's obvious.
No, I'm just saying that's the only reason I knew
built
his
up
name.
Temple and he
Nick
built up
Saban
Baylor.
also got fired from the NFL.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's the only reason I knew his name.
A lot of people.
Let's not do the whole he turned around Temple and he turned around fucking because Scott Frost turned around UCF.
Right.
He
And
turned around
everyone-
Baylor
so
when they
you
came off the
didn't
death
want-
penalty.
You didn't want. Yeah, he came off the death penalty.
Yeah, so of course, how are you not going to get better? You can give scholarships. You should get
They
better.
were still on the death penalty basically when he was there.
And he's beat 3
For
ranked
a
teams.
fucking. Okay, well, Deion's bit 0, and
You think-
Deion's God.
Do you think maybe some of the problem is when there's a little bit of adversity at Nebraska?
They play better.
Well, I think the fans turn on the players really quick too. You know what I mean? I don't think that helps a lot because, you know, a long time ago in the Tom Osborne era, obviously there was no social media. These kids can't get on Instagram and see like everyone's like, you fucking suck. You know what I mean? I think that has a little bit of role to play in this.
I think it has a big role to play in this.
Well, okay. Yes.
I think Nebraska's a fishbowl. Nebraska's a fishbowl. We can all watch it. We have nothing else going on.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's a unique environment, and I think
Yeah.
there has to be a way to, you know, I think the fans obviously are a little fanatic at times, and they need to relax a little bit. These are just you got to remember these are just kids.
Fan is short for fanatic.
These are just
tell
kids, and
Which is short
post
for
that-
addict. Which you
obviously,
need to listen to Kelly's podcast about your addictions.
all these kids are on social media, and they see like, oh man, what's his name's fucking horrible. That's that's ridiculous. Okay,
I mean, they're kids.
But that, I mean,
Yeah,
that's every big program.
I
But-
think it's
but Nebraska-
I think
Nebraska's
it's
magnified.
magnified here. Yeah.
But I think
because there's only one state school.
Yes.
Well,
And there's not a pro team here.
Yeah.
It's not like you're in Ohio State and there's the Bengals and the Browns and whatever. You know what I mean? You have something else to look forward to if your college team sucks. Here, we ain't got nothing else. So
Yeah, they got the University of Miami at Ohio.
if this college team sucks, we're,
the Ohio Bobcats.
yeah. I mean, yeah, there's that.
Well, I think people's buttholes pucker when they take this job. Like I think it's a lot.
I don't think a lot
it-
of people realize how much it is until they get here.
I think it's a lot, and that's why I think Rule's the right guy for it, because I think he can handle it. And he has got rid of 2 coaches already on the staff. He moved to 3rd. Like he's not sitting there with the same staff. Like he is moving through it. He got rid of the tight ends coach because he got a DUI. He got rid of the defensive backs coach because, well, no one really knows why, who is a really good friend of his. He got rid of Satterfield. Satterfield's now coaching tight ends. Like Satterfield could have went and just cashed his money, and he's under a fucking contract. He didn't have to coach, and he's still coaching tight ends. I think that says a lot about the culture there. And
And
I
if he
think
quits, does he still get his contract?
they fired him essentially. Like all he would have
No,
had.
they kept him on staff. But if he quits,
They kept him on staff because he said, "What else can I? How
no, I
can I
know.
help?"
But I'm just
you?"
saying, if he quits, he probably doesn't get his money. If he breaks contract, he doesn't get his money.
You think Rule would have you think Rule's going to hold that over him? He probably said, "Hey, dude, do you want to stay or do you want to go? I can fire you and you can cash, or you can stay here and coach tight ends." Like any man who went from offensive coordinator to being a tight ends coach and stays there, that shows something about the culture of the program.
I think the reason I think Daniel Holgerson was such a good hire is because he has thick skin and he's not
Yes.
afraid to say what he has on his mind. When he was at West Virginia, it was a long time ago, but he did a press conference and he was talking about how he's like, oh yeah, I came to coach here because they talked about how great the fans were, blah 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 blah. And he went on to let the reporters ask him about the kids and what they're doing and what they're going to do to win games and all this stuff. He goes, all right, now I've answered all your questions. I'm summarizing, obviously, it's not exactly what he said. And he goes, how about there was nobody here to watch my kids play on Saturday? He's like, everybody told me to come here, all this stuff. He goes, where are the fans at? Oh, was it too cold for you? Well, we were out there playing. Oh, was it the weather not perfect? He goes, LSU's down there playing against a packed stadium against some Division II school that they're playing. He goes, not here at West Virginia though. And he called the fans out and he called out the reporters. And I think that's the kind of person you need at Nebraska because
Do you think he's
are
going to
under
be the next head coach? Do you think they're grooming him to be the head coach?
are under the microscope here. I mean, and you have to not give a shit. You have to look at all those comments, all that stuff people are saying about you, and just move on.
Well, and I
with your
think that's
life.
really good
You know?
for. I think it's even better for an offensive coordinator because the offensive coordinator can say whatever the fuck he wants.
Do you think they're grooming him to be the coach, though?
I don't think
I hope
that's
not. That would be kind of a shitty deal if you bring someone in like, hey,
Matt
you just
Matt
know that
Rule
you're gonna
called
have
him.
a
Matt Rule called him
replacement.
apparently last December and asked him to come to staff, and he's like, "Nah, I'm tired. Like I need a fucking break." Right? So like he's been super transparent about the whole process. I think it's great for an offensive coordinator like that. Your head coach, if your head coach says shit like that, especially at Nebraska, you know what I mean?
Well,
a big program, like West Virginia is not a big program.
It's not, but I still feel like sometimes the fans do need a little slap in the mouth, like, hey, like relax a little bit. Give me a chance to work here. But you never have to talk to the Nebraska fans like that because they're gonna show up for if we're gonna play Rice or North Dakota State or whoever. The stadium's gonna be packed. So
Well, and you can always bitch so much at the fans here when they're the ones giving all the donations.
I understand what you're saying, but I also think the fans are a little. Obviously, they're a little more. They shouldn't say some of the things that are said to kids that play college football on social media.
Travis Hunter did say that was the hardest stadium to play in was Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I get, like, I've always been like, leave the kids alone until you're going to get paid $1 million.
I can see that argument too. Now
And then it's like, well, now you're kind of a pro. Now you're getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Now you gotta kind of have to take a little bit of it. That's what comes with it. You don't get all the money without getting some of the bullshit.
That's true. I do agree with that. As long as the coaches also are able to motivate the kids away from that. And I think I think that's what happened. Some of that's what happened to Scott Frost here. He was under the microscope. He basically had some personal issues he was working through.
Yeah, with
coming
a
back to
few of
Nebraska.
those.
And on top of it is a fishbowl, like you said. So there's nothing else going on in this state. We need this. So if they could get it together, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Been saying that for 20 fucking years. Let's go.
Are you guys ready for these predictions?
Yeah.
Yes.
A B B A A B.
Matt, didn't you used to coach football? And then
And he played football. I've never seen someone who just doesn't fucking.
I watch football, but I don't follow any teams. Like I don't really care about.
I don't
individual
either.
Teams and stuff. Yeah, so I don't have anything to say specific about Nebraska or their coaching.
No, what I'm saying is though, you should have some insight on who you think's going to win the next whatever.
Oh, I don't pay attention. I don't know what the records are. Like I don't watch. I'll just find a game. I enjoy the game of football. I don't really care who's on.
Okay. Tonight's game is Purdue at Michigan State. Michigan State is picked by 14.
Michigan State.
Michigan State.
I'm assuming they're going to win. They're Spartans or Boilermakers. Which one are you going with?
Green or gold and black?
Green, duh.
Okay.
So that the Boilermakers, right?
I think here's a tough one. Indiana at Ohio State. They pick Ohio State by 11, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
going to pick Indiana.
That line opened at 13.5 and got down to 10.
It's 11 right now.
It moved
Isn't
back up a
Indiana
bit.
still undefeated?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to go Indiana. I think they can beat the
Say
Buckeyes.
no. Yes, they
I,
are or no?
I think
They are
Ohio.
undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're still undefeated. And Ohio State's 9-1.
I am going to pick Ohio State. I think Ohio State's really good.
Grass
Where's the game at again?
at Ohio State.
What time?
11 o'clock.
What's the wind?
That's a fucking big noon kickoff.
Why wouldn't it be?
It's fucking number 3 versus number 5.
Yeah, dude, you got to save the big games like Nebraska for 2:30.
But like who's playing the night game?
The night game is USC at UCLA is 9:30 p.m. There is no Big Ten game on at night. The 6 o'clock game. There is no Big Ten game.
I'm also going to pick Indiana.
Yeah, I got Ohio State. I think Ohio State's really good.
So a Hoosier
Or the Buckeye.
or a Buckeye.
I'll pull for
Red-
Indiana.
Red or red?
Yeah.
No,
Different
it's not.
shades.
I was just going to say it's a different shade of red.
We
One of
got
them's got to be crimson, right?
I'm
So
sorry.
that's
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Indiana
Scarlet
at
and Cum.
Rutgers. Rutgers is picked by 1. Or I'm sorry, Illinois at Rutgers. I'll go Illinois.
I'm picking Illinois too.
I got Illinois.
The Illini used to be an Indian. Remember they took it away, so I think they deserve the win.
They deserve it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
I don't-
land, but they can have a win.
Yeah. Iowa at Maryland. Iowa by 4.5. Iowa. They're fucking that running back is just destroying people, and that offensive line Iowa has is crazy.
They got slapped around by UCLA though.
Maryland.
Yeah, but still,
I got Iowa. I got Iowa.
we also did get slapped around by
That's
UCLA.
different.
I wouldn't say we got slapped around.
There was a
We
solar
did for the
flare.
first half.
Yeah,
The first half was bad.
Iowa lost 20-17 to UCLA.
They got slapped around though. I watched the game.
Are there different levels of getting slapped around?
Apparently, I didn't know.
Well, like sometimes
It's
Nebraska got beat by
Is it
7.
Iowa at UCLA?
Nebraska got beat by 7.
it's
No, it's not. It's not Iowa at UCLA. He's
It's
just
UC
saying previous week.
It's UCLA. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. Is it Iowa at Maryland or Maryland at
Iowa at Maryland.
I'm going Maryland. Crab cakes and football. That's what Maryland does. What movie? Post it in the comments.
Yeah, Iowa or Maryland, Tanner.
Iowa.
I'll go Iowa. A Hawkeye or
Maryland.
a Terp? It's a turtle.
I like Maryland.
Isn't it a turtle?
Yeah.
Is that their mascot? Yeah.
I like turtles.
I like Totos.
Penn State at Minnesota.
Okay.
Penn State.
Penn State.
Penn State is going to Sandusky them fucking Gophers, dude.
Where,
No approval obtained.
Yeah.
where's that at?
Oh,
At Minnesota.
doesn't matter.
2:30 game. 9-1 Penn State. 6-4 Minnesota. Penn State's picked by 11.5. You're
go-
really thinking about this one?
I think
A lion or a gopher?
That's a
Not only any lion, a Nittany
A
lion.
Nittany lion, whatever that fucking means.
I do think Minnesota has a chance in that.
Well, yeah, I
everyone
don't.
has a
11.5
chance.
is a lot of points to give up, but I just overall win.
I would pick Minnesota on the spread.
Yeah,
But I think Penn State's going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go Penn State.
Yeah.
So Penn State across the board. We got Northwestern at Michigan. Michigan's picked by 10.
Michigan.
Who gives a fuck?
Michigan does because they need their 6th win for a bowl game.
Michigan.
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 A Wolverine or a Northwestern Wildcat? What are they?
I think it's the Wildcat.
Are they?
They're the wild.
Like a mountain lion.
They do that stupid
Purple and
cat
white.
thing when they're wow.
USC at UCLA.
USC.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Do they both play at the fucking? Where's UCLA play at?
That's
They
a good
both play
that's
at
a
the-
good question.
They both play at the.
Coliseum?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, well,
USC.
we did. When we went out and played USC, we did. Where did...
We played UCLA here though, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, let's see. I guess it's they're the. Well, I can look right here because they're the home team.
On the internet. Thing's great.
Oh no, they play at the Rose Bowl
Okay.
for UCLA. I'll go USC. USC is
Yep.
gonna get a bowl
USC.
game. That'll be their bowl
USC.
game. And Nebraska plays Wisconsin in Lincoln. Nebraska is now down to picked by 1.
Nebraska by 10.
Wisconsin.
24-14.
You're picking Wisconsin?
Yeah.
A badger or a
I
Husker?
said like only because I think you like so you went to their very first Big Ten game up there and had an awful experience. I went up there and I had the most fun ever. Like the stadium was fun, the city was fun. I had a great-
Wisconsin?
yeah, way more fun at that one Wisconsin game than I've ever had going to a Lincoln game.
Another movie
It
quote
was
incoming.
so much fun.
Once got the shit kicked out of me in Wisconsin. What
was
movie?
so much
Post in
fun.
the comments.
I don't know that one.
Stripes.
Well, now you just gave it away.
Ah.
Fuck. God damn it.
It's Czechoslovakia. We'll shoot in, we'll shoot out. It's like going to Wisconsin. I once got the shit kicked out of me in Wisconsin.
What do you got, Chris?
I'm
Wisconsin or
obviously
Nebraska?
picking Nebraska. Come on.
What are you picking?
I mean, Wisconsin has steamrolled the teams we've lost to.
Okay. You picking Wisconsin?
You have to verbalize it.
No, you know what? I think Nebraska can win it by 3.
Oh,
Ooh, you go with a...
I picked
with,
them 6-6 for the season anyway.
with a whole field goal?
So you think they're going to lose to Iowa then?
That Iowa offense is really good. Iowa's offense?
They're sporadic. And,
That's like the number 3 running back in the nation.
yeah, but there's more than a
Have
running
you
back.
seen their defensive, the Nebraska's defensive line stop a running back like that? No, because we haven't played them. And it's at Iowa. It's going to be 14 degrees with the fucking. They said the wind chill. It's going to feel like 7 degrees.
okay?
yeah.
It's a 6:30 game,
in there. I don't know
That
what.
would be fucking great.
dude. It's going to be fucking cold in Iowa City.
Yeah, fuck
7 degrees night game, and there's like a 10% chance. This is right now. Obviously, it'll change a million times, but a 10% chance of precipitation.
Listen,
Precipitation.
you're getting Tanner
Fuck
excited. He's going to end up being a
precipitation.
Hawkeye fan. Yeah. Switching over to the running back.
Cybertrucks wearing the fucking black and gold, just fucking.
Fuck that.
Somebody-
I fucking hate Iowa.
How come he came in here wearing a Bills hat today?
Fuck you.
Yeah, I think
Weird, I
I'll
don't
go
know.
Nebraska
I don't know.
by a field goal, and they'll get that fucking bowl game.
Yeah, I have Nebraska by 10. And you know what? I've been saying Kansas City's not that great all year long.
Oh, bullshit.
But I have.
When have you said that?
I have.
He said that they've won all their games by 1.
Oh.
We've what?
Did
Kansas
somebody
City's-
forget to pay the refs?
Yeah.
You guys are so stupid.
Is that what happened?
Oh, is it just us? It's like
Yes.
it's like all over the internet.
Well, the
one video
internet's
there.
stupid.
You got it. All right.
Like
Don't pay,
before the play, before the snap, pass interference resulting in
all
a
right,
touchdown
don't pay the
and an
refs.
extra point.
That everybody started to catch on. Don't pay
And
the
then they got
refs this
Mahomes on
week.
that hot mic. Come on, man, let me know when he's gonna hit me.
Yeah, he's funny.
He was serious. That was not a fucking
He is
joke.
funny.
He was
He
serious.
is funny.
Yeah, I mean everybody's getting those Chiefs uniforms for Christmas. The referee shirt.
Yeah.
You guys are so stupid. Why are we talking about the Cowboys and how bad they suck?
I know they suck.
They're terrible.
I don't
Your
deny it.
stadium's falling apart.
As
already.
long as the Chiefs don't three-peat, that's all I care.
They're going to.
I don't think so.
I think the Bills are their kryptonite this year. Josh Allen's got it going on like fucking wildfire up there. Who'd they just lose to?
That's why Tanner's wearing a Bills hat.
Allen can beat
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Hey, has anybody seen the bandwagon coming through?
In the
Anybody seen
regular
it?
season. He cannot in the playoffs.
Tanner's wearing a
There's
Thurman
like
Thomas
two
jersey.
quarterbacks who has
Jim Kelly.
Yeah, Jim Kelly jersey. Oh, I've been a fan for
Do you have a
years.
life-size cutout of Jim Kelly in your house?
Well, kids in Africa think that the Bills won 4 straight Super Bowls in the 90s. So
Well, you know, Thurman Thomas and Jim Kelly were out there doing it. Hey, is Jim Kelly? I was thinking, is he still alive?
yeah,
Because remember he had
I think
cancer
so.
really bad.
Oh,
Though.
I don't
Remember
know.
that? And I think he beat it, but I wasn't.
Who was their receiver? Lofton.
Lofton? Kenny
Who was
Lofton?
the kicker that always shit the bed in their Super Bowls?
Kenny
What was his
Lofton?
name?
Didn't he play for the Indians? The baseball player? Yeah.
Who was their?
No, it was like Andre Reed was the receiver, wasn't it? Wasn't Andre Reed the Bill?
I thought Andre Reed was
Jim Kelly's still alive. He's 64.
Oh, because he had bad cancer there for a while.
like as opposed to good cancer.
Well, I think it was like aggressive. It wasn't just like testicular. They just take him and you just go on with your day.
Your other ball grows bigger.
Were you looking up his receiver?
I can.
Well, what were you doing?
I was looking at what.
You looking at pictures of Jim
Then it
Kelly,
says,
just
what
having
did
memories, or what?
The next one is what did Jim Kelly die of? Oh, it says he died.
Being born.
Well, what are you looking at? The Inquirer? Jim Kelly has alien baby and it dies.
Jim Kelly spotted with Elvis.
And Tupac.
God, you're terrible at the internet.
Right?
Yeah, Jesus.
Just ask AI. AI, draw Jim Kelly right now.
I typed in Andre Reed and it came up with some girl.
Just ask Siri.
I don't think he's dead. I think that's a fake one. Hold on.
Hey Siri, is Jim Kelly dead?
Got a lot of dead air going right now.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, is Jim Kelly dead? Wow, he was born in
James Lofton.
1960.
And Andre Reed.
This says he's still this.
Yeah,
so-
Andre Reed was like the main one.
Yeah,
though, right?
bitch, I want to know
Yeah.
if he died. According to
Hold on.
Siri, he's not dead yet.
No, he's not dead.
No.
So the next, but the top other search besides
Thanks,
Jim
bitch.
Kelly is what did Jim Kelly die of? And then it says Jim Kelly died of cancer in 2017. I'm like, what?
Dude,
That's not what it
Tanner and
said.
the rest of the Bills Mafia are going to come after you for saying he's dead.
Fuck off.
I've been a Thurman Thomas fan for years.
You guys don't even know. I've been a fucking fan forever.
I have never acted like I've been a fan of anyone forever.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, okay.
Besides the
Andre
Huskers.
Reed was one of Jim Kelly's receivers,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, the Lofton.
And
He was right on the Lofton. Where did he got it? You
We were
missed it.
both, yeah, you're being slow over there, Jamie.
sorry, I got
He's
all
only got one hand.
locked up with the Thurman Thomas, Bruce
Are
Smith,
you using
Jim
Ask
Kelly.
Jeeves over there?
Oh, yeah, Bruce Smith. Was that their defensive end or what was
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bruce Smith was a Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Rippon, Andre Reed,
Mark Ripito?
James Lofton. You're right.
No, not Kenny.
Yeah,
Kenny played for the Indians.
Kenny Loggins.
Oh, so you could say we're in the danger zone?
I think that's yeah.
Danger zone. If you can name that show.
Fucking great.
Top Gun.
No.
We were asking you, Tanner.
No. Actually, it's Archer.
I don't know.
Would you say we're going to be in a zone of danger? Call Kenny Loggins.
Super excited for the second season of Peacemaker.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm pumped.
You know what I'm excited for? Gladiator. Gladiator 2 comes out today.
No shit. Looks so good.
I thought you were going to say the Bills game on Sunday.
Fuck you.
Oh,
Anyway, so that's our predictions. We'll see what happens if Nebraska loses. Tanner owes me $100, but they're going to win by a field goal, and I'll be right there too.
so when do you what part of the bet is where you have to pay Tanner
If they win
If they
7.
if they win 7,
if they win 7?
well, regular. It doesn't like a bowl. Like it's got to be 7 regular season games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so they got to win tomorrow and
Yeah. We're
Yes.
going to win.
And against
We're
Iowa.
going to win out.
They have to win out.
Fucking guaranteed. It's shocking.
And you know the best part for everybody listening? Tanner's predictions have been so right all season about Nebraska, so he's probably going to
fucking
crush this.
spot on.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been right 5 times, and I've been wrong 5 times. It's not like you guys are batting no great average with Nebraska
yeah,
either.
you're like a quarter. It's fine.
Chris, you have the same record as I do.
Listen, only
think
because
that's
I'm
probably the
biased
best
because I've been
record
a
here.
Husker fan my whole life and I can't help it.
Yeah,
You
me
know,
too. He's
I
fucking
put-
Iowa fan over
I
here.
put
I
zero.
never was an Iowa fan, so suck a
I
dick.
can't
You're probably
remove
Iowa
my,
State fan.
I wasn't
Can't
them
remove my
either.
emotions.
Who were you a fan of growing
I
up?
didn't like college football because I think the BCS is stupid, and it was stupid. So they made a playoff
So
system.
why do you like it now?
Like married into it, and then we went to a Husker game. Once you go to a Husker game, it kind of sucks you when you go to Memorial Stadium. It does kind of make you a fan going to going to
Amber
the
is
stadium.
Amber's pretty hardcore.
Amber's way more hardcore than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When,
She
as soon
should
as
be.
they start
That's why I like her
losing,
more.
as soon as they start losing, she was like, "You talked a lot of shit on the podcast."
I got my divorce papers
Did
ready.
you
better
get punched
pack
in the
shit
throat
together.
when she heard that you picked against the Huskers last week?
while you were sleeping?
Nope. I think she's kind of starting to catch on that I'm not that far off on some of this stuff.
I'm still beating you overall for picks this year.
Well, probably because I was a loyalist to the Big Ten, and you went against him. Anyway,
You're so stupid.
let us know what you think about your picks. If you can figure out Chris's movie line, drop it in the comments. Like, subscribe, share,
Stripes.
follow.
Got it.
Go follow.
The one before that, Matt.
Go follow Tanner Cybertruck
Hey,
Shorts.
man.
And we appreciate listening. We'll see you next time.